is after being in, corporate and, my own business, working with nonprofits and small businesses, is I was lacking coding experience. So during the COVID, I got a scholarship and I learned how to code and became full stack developer. But after this, it's still I didn't have enough time. So I'm a mom of two. My youngest is 1 year old, and I have clients, I have agencies I work with, and I also have to manage my own brand, getting the leads. So one of the things that I understood, that I have to make sure to increase my productivity. So I kind of I did took my full stack developer experience, marketing experience, and created my own course, a social media automation course, where actually my entire social media posts are automatically post based on the trending news. But the very first thing I did is I started creating my own GPTs for my own business. And this one does not require any coding. That's why I wanted to share how to use it, since my clients were asking actually to teach their team to how to create it, how to utilize it, because each department needed their own GPT assistant. So this is going to be a very general instruction. You do not have to have any coding experience. One thing that you need is, of course, the paid subscription of GPT. The very first one is around $20. You can create your own GPT, customized for your own business or anything. I actually even use it for my training when I work out at the gym. So the very first thing that you do is you have to use structured approach to guide the ChatGPT in generating precise and tailored assistant for your needs. So you have to enter a detailed prompt, and before creating that assistant, it's important that the ChatGPT gives the prompt that explains your entire business. Or let's say you want to create it for a client, you have to make sure GPT knows the website address, it knows all the links for social media, it knows your, let's say if it's your own business, you can upload your pitches that you did for your previous clients or potential clients. You can give the examples of the ideal post that you think is the best. As much information as possible, you have to give it to the ChatGPT assistant. And then the next one is, of course, uploading supporting materials. I usually upload my decks that I've used for my proposals, or I sometimes add, for example, I've done a yearly review for my client. I upload that yearly review to make sure for the next time when I ask something ChatGPT, it knows already that they have to go through certain reviews, like let's say email marketing, social media, and website stats. And then testing and refining. As we all know, ChatGPT is just a robot. So one of the things that you have to do is testing it. This is, of course, this is like an overall idea that I'm gonna show you how to do it, but then I will go over actual example how I created the GPT. One of the very basic prompts that the example that you can create is as the example how to your LinkedIn marketing assistant for a digital marketing agency. Your role is to generate high quality LinkedIn posts, respond to client questions, etc., etc. So you make sure you have, like, at least the ChatGPT has a general information about you. This is very specific, the very, very basic one. I really suggest to go beyond that and say, after this prompt, say, ask me all the questions you need to be the best assistant to be like an expert in marketing, and to give the responses more refined or based on certain techniques. For example, instead of traditional, funneling of the marketing of the client journey. I want you to use 7-11-4, seven interactions, 11 hours and 4 platforms. So, and I don't want you to use a regular funneling. So it has to know what type of strategies you're using behind your prompt. So I'm gonna go straight away on example, and then I'm gonna show you where you can download. I have this prompt actually. You can download it from my website, and it's out there. But let me go to ChatGPT itself. So this is the outcome. When you end up on the, let me see if you can see my screen, my entire screen. Yeah, okay. So now you can see my screen, and where you go is at the left-hand side, explore GPTs. From here, it has to be a paid version. So from here, you go to my GPTs, and let's say I created mine. The way you want to do is to press here, create GPT. I wanted just to prepare examples to save all of your time. As I said, I've given the prompt because I wanted to be not just a marketing expert. I wanted to be a business advisor for me, because this is for my own business. And I tell it everything that it needs to do. I want to make sure that if I request for, let's say, any LinkedIn post, I want to make sure it knows that my main hashtags are AI powered Dahlia, or Dahlia Ayman Bey. And of course, when it creates, I want to make sure that it knows which tools I'm using as well. So you have to download everything that you have. You also can conversation starters, of course, if it's going to be some of your team members. I have our digital marketing manager in my company. She uses this tool as well to create, let's say, to help me creating the proposals or yearly reviews. She uses that. And one of the conversations starters can be, how can I help for your digital marketing? So, and here you can preview and test anything. The question was here is a LinkedIn post idea based on the insight. So create just LinkedIn post. That's all I did. So you no longer have to keep on giving it information about what website, what type of tone, style, how you want the responses, what type of hashtag you want to make an emphasis to. It just creates you everything based on information you already trained your ChatGPT. And it saves so much time for everyone in my team. It saves a lot of time for all my clients. And yeah, that's one of the things that I think I really wanted to share with a lot of people. I'm going to be streaming it on my TikTok live tomorrow around the same time. This is not gonna, it's creating the GPT itself doesn't take time. Training it and adding information each time takes time, but once you're train it very well, you'll be happy. You can always download. I have a step-by-step recording from my website, or there is the prompt that I promised. I also uploaded to that one. It's free. You can download it from there as well. And one of the things that I recently started using it for is for my nutrition. So I use a device called Thermomix to cook. I love baking, and I started baking, let's say, my bread, my home bread, and I have those recipes that was left from my grandmother. And what I did, I trained the GPT to make sure to convert any recipe to a Thermomix recipe, because it gives you can actually follow instructions on that device, the cooking device. And yeah, so I created a bunch of recipes for my home that were left from my grandmother, and now my entire family can use it as a guide. Yeah, this is very, very quick tutorial. I know you probably heard about GPT, but I'm sure this is one of the things you didn't think that you can use it for on a daily basis, for your personal life, for your work, for your clients. and it's very, very useful. I wanted to ask, since I have several people here that were really interested in that, what kind of assistant do you want to create based on what I just shown to you today? I see that there is, let me ask. Okay, I see a question. About the GPT. Hey, Akmaral. Hi. One of the questions I got from my just TikTok live was uh, can I use the same GPT assistant for DeepSeek? I am not sure. I haven't used DeepSeek that in that, you know, that in depth, because the thing is, my social media automation, the tool that I've mentioned at the beginning, is actually based on ChatGPT, and it has more privacy compared to DeepSeek. That's why I prefer to use for now ChatGPT. And yeah, so that's I hope this answers the question. I see a question from Akmaral.
Yeah, hi. Just a quick question on what you've touched so far. I know that because I remember when we worked together, you helped me out with the automation of the post for specifically on LinkedIn platform.
Yeah.
And since then, I saw a big like shift. There is a trend in terms of how you it's all the LinkedIn posts are being very similar to each other.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know how you as a business actually tackling this as well. This is something that I've encountered as well, that the posts are structured similar. And I assume it's also because most of them are also using ChatGPT. And is there any solution you would advise us also to follow to make sure that our posts specifically for our businesses actually stand out?
Yeah, this is an amazing question, actually, because that question I have from a lot of clients. They ask, how do I make sure, because most of my clients are in healthcare, and some of them are nonprofits, how do I make sure that ChatGPT doesn't give this exactly the same answer, or the same, let's say, LinkedIn post, the output that we call, that, or that your another client is doing. So one thing that I can guarantee, if you're using trained GPT, because this is the the way I showed, this is no coding personalized GPT. There is also the GPT that I use for my social media that is highly personalized, and it's only based on information that you feed it in. So, and you also can train what type of words to avoid. For example, I really don't like to when people use streamline, boost, unlock, all of this type of outputs. I make sure that in advance that the GPT knows what not to use. And secondly, if it's a customized automated social media automation, we look for each client, we look for industry trends that are important for them. For example, I have in event nonprofit, what we do, and they're based in Lisbon, Portugal. So what we do, we are looking for, the art related, or some humanitarian things or events that happening in within the Lisbon, and we set the alert for that topic, and based on the topic, based on the customized GBT, the social media automation output is highly personalized and very, very individual. It's as if you have a social media manager going over it. Right now, I actually have a course on social media automation, and it's 1.0. I'm working on with one of the agencies, we're working on developing the even more refined version of it. So each platform, let's say TikTok, Instagram, because we know the algorithms are very different on Instagram and Facebook, and the audience are different. So depending on the platform you have, you'll have very specific prompts inbuilt to your social media machine, and that will help also to make sure your responses that you get, the outputs that you get from ChatGPT and automated posts are very individual. Hope that answered your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We're almost over. I just wanted to thank everyone who joined and registered for this one. I will have this type of mini webinars on a monthly basis. At the same time, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming it on my TikTok. My handle is Dalia Ayman Bey. And on my social media, it's AI Powered Dahlia. It's my agency name, but I go by my name everywhere. So I hope you follow me on social media. And if you have any question, this is my email, dalia@daliaamanbey.com. If you need your personal social media automation machine, I can help you with that. I also work on customizing it for the clients and for the businesses. And if you have any questions about this webinar, just let me know. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Bye.